Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Debuts in My Collection here at Twanger's Turntable. I want to start off, of course, of an awful loss in the music community recently. Well, in fact, last night, I think I'd heard it around midnight and I was kind of in shock. Taylor Hawkins of Foo Fighters also played with Sass Jordan here in Canada and Alanis Morissette, among many other things. But obviously, best known for his work with Foo Fighters, Dave Grohl, and the gang. I do have a fair bit of Foo Fighters. I think I have almost all of their stuff in my collection. This is probably one of my favorites that include him. He joined the band in '97, and yeah, Echoes, Silence, Patience, and Grace is probably my favorite, one of my favorites. I don't know if I were to be backed into the corner and choose a favorite, that'd probably be it. But sad loss. Condolences to his wife and 3 kids and all his loved ones. That's just awful. Yeah, so that's a somber note to start, but just wanted to acknowledge one of my favorite modern day drummers for sure. Just always so groovy in the pocket. I don't think Dave Grohl could have picked a better drummer to represent the kind of sound that he wanted in Foo Fighters, aside from himself. And I don't know, but I would suggest Dave Grohl would probably suggest that Taylor was even a better drummer, if you know. But whatever, that's kind of irrelevant at this juncture. Just rest in peace to Taylor Hawkins. But I'm here today for the episode 11 in my debuts in my collection, and I've only got what have I got? Five selections today, and they're all in compact disc. So, in an attempt to get through these in sort of rapid fashion, I'm going to start off. And the first one I have is from 1997, and it's Third Eye Blind and their debut, self-titled debut. Pretty massive album for these guys. I think it's they're still their best-selling album. It stayed on the Billboard, the U.S. Billboard 200 for 3 years straight, from 97 to 99. So 97, 98, 99. It went platinum here in Canada, and I think it went 6 times platinum in the U.S. So it's, worldwide it sold, oh God, I don't even know, probably in excess of 7 million, 7 million. And that may be a conservative estimate, because I didn't really look it up. I just know it's a pretty massive album. Semi-Charmed Life. What else was on there? Graduate. How's It Gonna Be? Lots of very popular tunes. I have to confess, probably not something I would have normally listened to, except that at that time in my life I was a parent, and a lot of the stuff I'm going to present today actually reminds me of that time, the fond memories I have with my son AJ, and of course his mom Jen. We were a lot of the stuff we would listen to. So not into it, hardcore or anything. Don't think I have any of their other releases, but that debut from '97. Next up, I've got one from that same era. In fact, most of these are from the same era, late '90s or '90s and early 2000s. This debut from a band called Tonic. And this one would be from July of '96, Lemonade Parade. And this was a pretty massive album as well. It stayed on the Billboard, the U.S. Billboard 200 for a couple of years, and it went platinum. I did read on this one, it was about 1.5 million copies U.S. or somewhere in that neighborhood. but probably best known for songs like, what would it be? If You Could Only See and Open Up Your Eyes. Yeah, Tonic's debut, Lemonade Parade. Next up, we've got one from July '99. This one was released. And this was the debut of Macy Gray. And this one was called On How Life Is. Probably best known for I Try. That was the massive hit that she had on this one. And Do Something. It wasn't her first recording, though. In fact, it was her debut, but she actually did appear on also a very popular band around that time, the Black Eyed Peas. Of course, that was prior to Fergie joining Black Eyed Peas and then blowing up in the 2000s, but she did appear on their album in '98 prior to doing this, and this was a massive album for her, like 7-8 million copies worldwide. It went 3 times platinum in the US, in the UK, Canada, just globally. It was a massive album for Macy Gray. And yeah, I think she's done some stuff again, as I mentioned. Most of these that I'm presenting, I don't have their full catalog, and in some cases no other of their titles in my catalog. That would be the case with this one. I certainly enjoyed this album, and can't say I've given it a listen in quite some time, but just another debut I have in my collection. And that would be the case for a lot of these. I do listen to some of them from time to time, but none of them would be in my regular rotation, just simply because it's not typically the genre of music I go to when I want to listen to tunes. But just a lot of fond memories associated with that time in my life with my son and family and whatnot. So next up, we've got one from 1996, and another massive one, Matchbox 20. Their debut, Yourself or Someone Like You. This one came out in June of '96, and this one, as was with Third Eye Blind and Tonic, spent like 3 years on the U.S. Billboard Top 200. From like 97, 98, 99, it was in that U.S. Billboard 200. Massive album for them. Probably best known for the lead vocalist, Rob Thomas, who went on to do a lot of solo work, and massive. He did some guest appearances with Santana on one of his huge albums, I think in early 2000s, somewhere in there. Late 90s, early 2000s, I don't remember. I do have that one, but I don't remember what year it was. But huge album for them. Probably best known for Long Day, 3 a.m., Back to Good. Yeah, it's a really, really massive album for them. I think it is probably still their best selling album to this point. Matchbox 20. I don't know, maybe Rob Thomas and his solo stuff has done better. But even from 1990 to '99, that decade, it on the Billboard US 200, it was listed as 28th for the whole decade. So obviously a pretty massive album. 12 times platinum in the US, 8 times platinum in Canada. Went platinum in Australia, and strangely, I don't know, maybe they were late to the party or just never took off over in the UK, but it only went gold in the UK. So I don't know what their criteria is for going gold. I think it's pretty minimal. It's maybe 50,000 or so, but yeah, but massive album otherwise. And then the last one I have for today, they're actually a really good band. It's Jack Black and his with Kyle Gass, Tenacious D. They put this out in 2001. This followed. They had a show on HBO for about, I guess it was 3 years. It had a 3-year run, and most of the tunes that appear on this, their debut, Tenacious D, were songs that had been written for the show and maybe expanded and cleaned up a bit on here. And Dave Grohl appears on drums. He's covers the drums on this, but yeah, it's Jack Black and Kyle Gass. I would suggest probably the best known is the song Tribute on here. It's not the best song in the world. It's just a tribute. It's a great album, and funny enough, they are really good musicians. And Jack is a fantastic vocalist. I mean, it's if you've not heard it, as I typically do, I'll leave a link with samples of some of the tunes from these albums. Some of them aren't. I can't post and keep it clean because there's a lot of. It's definitely not for kids. It's an adult release. But yeah, Tribute. Wonder Boy was another big one. Dio was a great song, and obviously that was done prior to Dio passing. And Jack Black was a huge Dio fan. In fact, he's a huge music fan in general. Most people are familiar with his work and School of Rock and all that. But this is not to be taken serious, but they are serious when they do it. I mean, they're serious musicians and do a great job on here. And it did quite well. It sold quite well. It went platinum in the U.S., a couple times platinum in the U.K. As I mentioned, it can be quite crude. It's not for everybody, but I think it's hilarious. And they did a follow up to that. I think it's Pick of Destiny or whatnot, and some full length films as well. Feature films. So they're good entertainment value for my taste anyway. To each their own. But yeah, that's the only debuts I've got today. Like I say, it's a bit of a somber one because I was really taken aback by the whole Taylor Hawkins thing. Like one of my favorite modern day drummers for sure, and only 50 years old to leave behind a spouse and 3 kids. That's just I feel it. Anybody who's a parent, I think, can relate to that. And so yeah, gone way too soon. I'll leave it at that. I do appreciate you tuning in, to all those that have. Hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notifications so next time I do a video, you'll be notified. Thanks everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day, and go listen to some tunes. Go listen to some Foo Fighters or and appreciate the work, the awesome work of Taylor on his percussion drum. His drum work is just, I've always appreciated it. But anyway, that's it for me. I'm signing off. Take care, everybody. Cheers.